I gotta get my directions. I can't see any windows. That way? Right?
North.
So throw a bunch of rocks and right on the other side of the lake. And this Lenten gathering grew out of some of the sense of these 8 Eastside Lutheran churches living and serving and talking together about how we can be in relationship and what we might do. And last year we worshiped in your beautiful place for Good Friday. That's happening at our church this year, so we hope that we'll see you. But this sense of trying to share and travel has been really good. I've so enjoyed being able to be in some of the different churches, and I know that my folks enjoy having me not be there and having somebody else come. I know that I talked to Lamont earlier today, and I said, were the people at Gustavus nice to you? He said, yeah. He said, be careful of the people in the back row. He said, but the quote was, but don't worry, they can't throw very far. So I'm going to feel safe being up in this conference. I want to tell you that I love the song that we just sang. And I love what's being the focus in taking one verse each week. And that's where I'm going to rest in tonight. Will you come and follow me if I must call your name? Will you go where you don't know and never be the same? Let me give you a short little Old Testament story from Ruth, a little bit about following. Some of you will remember, Ruth has a sister named Naomi. A mother, actually. Mother-in-law named Naomi. Who's the sister? Orpah. Not Oprah. But Oprah. But listen to just a couple of verses from Ruth, if you will. I brought my smaller Bible, so I can't always read. Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-law, go back, each of you, to your mother's house. May the Lord deal kindly with you as you have dealt with the dead with me. The Lord grant that you may find security, each of you, in the house of your husband. Then she kissed them, and they wept aloud. Now the short piece is, if you don't know the story, Naomi has 2 sons. They marry Orpah and Ruth. Both the sons die, which in that time, then you have to fall on your family. She's got 2 daughters. She's living in a foreign land. And the bottom line is that she says, I finally need to go back home. And she tells these 2 daughters-in-law, she says, look, I'll go by myself, you stay here. That's where these next verses go. So then verse 15 to 17. So she said to Ruth, see, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and to her gods. Return after your sister-in-law. But Ruth said, do not press me to leave you or turn back from following you. Where you go, I will go. Where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people will be my people, your God, my God. Where you die, I will die. And there I will be buried. Do you get the idea that Ruth was pretty committed to trying to follow? What do you think stirred inside of Ruth to be able to say that kind of commitment? Trust. Trust in what? What? Maybe trust that this mother-in-law has been so good, she's going to continue to be. What else might allow Ruth to say so many strong words about wherever you go, I'm going to follow? What's that? Love. That she was simply, there was a nice definition that came out this week, simply love is giving your life away. May have been just other people. We don't know, but she made this commitment to follow. You've got a God who makes invitations to each of you to follow. And what that looks like now and what that looks like next week and what that looks like next year, like and what it means for you is going to be different for what it means for you. But the call goes out the same. These hymns that we sing. I had in one church that I served, actually I served in the church with Roger Schwartz. Not Roger Schwartz. It was the other pastor, Roger, and they got confused, right? But one of the people in that church in White Bear, where I served, said, look, all I'm looking for when I come to worship, I need 2 hymns and a decent sermon. 2 good hymns and a decent sermon. I'm somebody who likes a sermon, but you know what? More and more, I come to appreciate the music. And so when Jerry can play and recognizing the gift, when we sing these songs, they are meant to have meaning for us, and they are meant to speak to us, and they are meant to challenge us and to equip us. And if you hear these words, and just the one line of this, will you come and follow me? It's rich. It's really rich. The call to follow is throughout Scripture. So help me with some of these. You're going to know some of these. Jesus in Matthew says, if anyone would come after me, he or she must deny themselves, take up their cross, and follow me. John 10. My sheep hear my voice, and they follow me. Luke 9 starts out, see if you get it.
Follow me.
Very good. I'll tell you passages if you pay good attention. Jesus says to a man, follow me. This is right after one other guy came and said, hey, Jesus, where are you going? I'm going to follow. And he goes, no, wait, you're not going to, essentially. But then Jesus says to somebody else, I want you to follow. And the person says, I can't, I have to bury my father. To which Jesus says, let the dead bury their dead. Isn't that just nice, compassionate Jesus for you? And we kind of go, what? Why would you say that to somebody? But the context really is that the man was saying, my dad is kind of sick, and I think he's going to die probably 5 years from now, but I just want to make sure that I'm close by, and it was an excuse. How many of you ever have excuses for following what you think is important faith-wise? You know that you could do something different or something more, and we choose to do something else. Will you go where you don't know? And will you never be the same? I just got back from a mission trip where I've been engaged in a school down in the Dominican Republic. I was there in March, or in February. It's March right now. It was a men's trip, and when we were there, we did some work at the school, but we went up farther into the mountains. And we heard the story from Griselda. Griselda told the story as we're sitting on what had been a cement board floor and a simple roof. There was a gathering. There was no church for 5 miles around. And here was just this flat roof, or flat place in the cement to sit. And she told her story. And she said, I didn't want to do this. She said, I was asking God, what can I do? And God said, I want you to go start something with this people, this area. And she said, I don't like those people. I don't want to go there. And she said, I prayed, and God said, you have to go. And she said, I don't want to go, God. I really don't like these people. By the way, this area was where her husband grew up, so a lot of his relatives in this area. Right? Maybe that has something to do with it. She felt so compelled to go to a place that she didn't really know and didn't really want to go. She said, in my prayers, God told me I had to quit my job at the school so that I could start this full time. She said that was so difficult to do. So here's one of those reasons why it was difficult. A group that was there 2 years ago pouring the cement floor. There's one guy who was helping him, who was there in the morning and said, I have to leave, and he left, and he came back later in the afternoon to finish off the job. They found out later, the next day or two, that the dad had actually taken his daughter down into town to go have her prostituted, and then came back. Griselda knew some of the story. To take young kids, your family, into town. She said, I don't like these people. I don't want to do this. But she couldn't get away from God saying, I want you to go. So now she started a kids club in that area. She's had some gatherings with the family, talking a little bit and teaching a little bit about what's better and what's wrong and different things that they can tend to. It's the most recent really good story about somebody going where they didn't want to go. The line in your verse, right, asks this, will you let your love be shown? For me, that was one of those great stories. The next line says, will you let my name be known? Now, I've heard that you people here at Gustavus love going out and witnessing on the street corners and sharing your faith. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how many of you are at that 10 mark? And who's at that 9 mark? That 8 mark? You at the 5 mark? At the 3 mark, maybe I'll say something. At the 2 mark, I'll wear a cross, but it'll be underneath my shirt.
There you go.
Right? I brought this book because offhand, one of the things I like is that we've got 5 different little small groups at our church that's reading this book, Unbinding Your Heart, which is about not necessarily witnessing, but talking about your faith. And this morning at the Bible study, it's almost all senior women. You know, one lady, I won't say her name, because some of you might know her, she said, I've never witnessed to anybody in my life. I've never asked somebody even what they believe about Jesus. She said, but this book, it's not just inviting. Somebody else said, yeah, it's forcing us. But part of that is when we sing, we hear a call from Jesus through words. Will you let my name be known? We pastors love to go witness and talk on the street corners, right, Roger? Right? It's not so natural, but there's a reason why we're called to talk about our faith. And sometimes it has to do with somebody else. Sometimes it has to do with building our church. An awful lot it has to do about building ourselves. So when the song says, will you go where you do not know? One of those places is, how do I talk about my faith with my family and my friends and my neighbors? The way that this verse ends, right? Will you let your life be grown? How many of you still have some maturing to do in your Christian faith? Right? Maybe it's about being prayerful. Maybe it's about serving. Maybe it's about being generous. Maybe it's about something else. Ray was a 90-year-old who sat in the pews on Sunday, and you'd see him like this. Doing pretty good sitting on a big chair, right? But here's how Ray really was. And I told him. I mean, he'd get done, and he'd come up to me, and he'd go, Pastor, I've never heard a story like that. you open up something else again. And here was this 90-year-old man that instead of just sitting back, right? And I told him, I said, Ray, when I look out, what I see is you're doing this. You're just leaning in. What is this? In writing this hymn, will you let your faith be grown? Will you let my name be known? Will you let my love be shown? The musician who's writing this knows that that's good. And it's good because it's good for the church. It's good because of what happens when we live into doing those things. It's also good because it shapes us and the kind of people that God's hoping that we would keep being. We're all on that path. We all have work that we can do. But some of the joy about doing this together in community is that we can all say that and hear it and keep living with this. Will you pray with me? God, thanks for this night. Thanks for times together to hear old stories that have bits of truth, to hear songs that stir us way down deep, that speak words of truth. You want us to follow, all of us, all of the time. And I thank you for words tonight that call us into places where we're not comfortable. Because there we need to trust you. And there we will keep finding you. Help us, Lord, to follow into all kinds of places that we do not know. Guide us and empower us for that task. In the name of Christ we pray.